Sabbath Motorcycle Club, author of the book Prospect's Bible, How to Prospect for a Traditional Motorcycle Club. You can find it at prospectsbible.com or one of my links contained below. Also, Prospect's Bible for Women's Motorcycle Clubs, prospectsbibleforwomen.com. And you can also find my book, The Motorcycle Club Public Relations Officer's Bible, mcprosbible.com, which is dedicated to protecting the integrity and the public image of your motorcycle club through a successful public relations program, most especially when police officers, constables, city attorneys, or law enforcement is trying to destroy the reputation of your motorcycle club. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about prospecting for, or rather, today I want to talk to you a little bit about how to start a motorcycle club in the United States of America. And this is video number 2 in a series. I don't know how long the series will be, but I get phone calls all the time from people who ask me questions. So I've decided one way to keep my glasses from falling all over the place is to hand them to her. She kept asking for them. But I've decided that I would start making videos so that I could answer some of these questions like a lot at a time instead of like one person at a time. So folks call me all the time and ask these questions, and I just try to do the best that I can to answer them. So on this series, yesterday I talked about what is an MC, and when you want to start a motorcycle club, are you, is it a motorcycle club you want to start, or is it a riding club, or what exactly is it that you want to start? And once you get that idea in your mind, are you ready for the responsibilities of an MC? And once you've made up your mind that that's what you want to do, then we move on to the next thing, which is actually forming your MC and getting your MC up and running and started. Like I told you yesterday, there are going to be about 1 million folks who are going to come up with every reason in the world why you should not start your MC. And all of those reasons are probably valid. And for some of you guys, it's just absolutely not going to make one damn bit of difference what anyone else says, because you're still going to start your motorcycle club no matter what anyone says. So some of you will be successful and some of you will not be, and it's really going to be dependent upon your tenacity, how hard you work, how hard you try, how dedicated you are, and the local protocols of the area that you're in as to whether or not, 1, you'll get started, 2, you'll be able to get enough dedicated people, and 3, you'll be able to ride long enough to enjoy the experience of having your MC. The startup of a motorcycle club, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be one of the hardest things you've ever done in your life. I talk about the United States, but as I hear from brothers all over the world, starting up motorcycle clubs is not easy. There's a lot you have to go through. Just bringing disparate people together under one cloak of brotherhood, it's not easy, and it takes some doing. But heck, there's a whole bunch of motorcycle clubs out here. They're out here by the thousands and thousands and thousands. So you can get yours started too if that's what you really want to do. So there are different kinds of motorcycle organizations. And of all of the motorcycle organizations, the motorcycle club is thought to be the most supreme. It is the top dog because of the organization, the dedication, and the brotherhood, the closeness like family. So when you have all those things going for you, then it's easy for you to dominate other organizations around you. And as I said last night or yesterday, motorcycle clubs that are traditional operate by a set of protocols that allow us to look at one another and observe one another and know exactly that you are dealing with traditional MC. We all speak the same language, so we treat each other the same. So when you're looking to start a motorcycle club, you should be looking to start a traditional MC. Now there's all kinds of other ways you can go, but you will probably find that you would be most disappointed if you start taking shortcuts. And the most common shortcuts I see is there is this rush to get your motorcycle club started. A lot of folks don't understand that it might take a couple of years to get a motorcycle club up and running in a particular city or state, or those of you who are watching me overseas, a particular location. And a lot of people, they want it right now. They don't have a way to delay their gratification. It's now, 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 now. And so if that's the way you feel about it, you start taking shortcuts, like shortcuts with your membership, shortcuts with how you bring your brothers on. And those sorts of shortcuts can lead to disappointment later when your MC is not operating like you had hoped that it would. So what I want to talk about tonight is, once you've formed in your mind, I want to have an MC, and I want to be the leader of this MC, and I want to be the president, and I want to be the founder, and I want to get everything up and running. Now you want to go about picking and recruiting your team of brothers, and this is a step that's not often done well. Everyone wants to know, how do I start a motorcycle club? And what they want to know is, how do I get my patches? But I want to talk a little bit about how you get your brothers, and where your brothers should come from, and what your brothers should be expected to do, since this is brand new for many of you. Some are coming out of motorcycle clubs and they understand a lot of this, but some of you guys are absolutely brand new to this, and you don't understand the concepts of brotherhood. So the first thing I want to talk about is the concept of we. A brotherhood is about we the MC. It's not about my, mine, me, I. It's about we. And I always wear my we MC shirt, because the brotherhood is about we. It's about ours. It's about what we are going to do together. So even though this may be your idea and your baby and your birthright and your destiny to be the president of your MC, the minute that you call it an MC, it's now no longer yours. You gave your idea to us. It's ours now. And your baby now belongs to the group of folks that are part of your MC. So the first part about understanding the we concept is understanding that the MC is about sharing. And that's really difficult for a lot of people who are used to not being able to get along with anyone, or never quite fitting in. And that's where a lot of motorcycle members come from, folks who don't quite fit in or never really quite did. And those are the people that you have to teach how to be we the MC. See that? No matter what kind of motorcycle you have, no matter what it is, the brotherhood is about us. There is no I in motorcycle club. There is no I in team. There's only we, So understanding those concepts allows you to understand what you need to do to put your MC together, and how you should go about finding your brothers. A lot of people, they want to start their motorcycle club or get their brothers together, and the first thing they want to do is hit the motorcycle set so everybody can see us. And there's not even an us. You don't even know one another. You're not even friends. Or you might be childhood friends and you might have grown up with someone, but now you're asking that person to be your brother. So spend some time getting to know these people that are going to be your brothers for life, because they're going to wear your patches for life. You all will wear your patches together for life and form that brotherhood. A lot of folks like to run out and start recruiting, and one of the first mistakes they make is they might know a friend or a brother or a partner or an acquaintance or a good guy that's in another motorcycle club. It is absolutely disrespectful and against all MC protocol for you to ask a full patch or even a prospect or hangaround of another motorcycle club to join your motorcycle club. It's poor taste, it's raggedy, it's rotten, and it's shortcutting. And if dominant or established motorcycle clubs realize that that's how you're getting down and that's how you're doing business, it won't be long before they find out who you are, what you are, and you're shut down before you even get started. So stay away from the shortcuts. Get your brothers wherever they come from. I say mostly I don't really like to recruit people that are already on the motorcycle set. I like people who have never been on a motorcycle set, who have never been part of a motorcycle club. They're not jaundiced, they're not tainted, they don't have a bad taste in their mouth. And when you recruit them into the brotherhood that you're trying to put together, they are more capable of coming in as a blank slate and learning all the good things about what it takes to be a good brother and part of the MC. So you can find these folks in a lot of great places, like at the gas station, in the supermarket, in the parking lots of supermarkets and places all over where you're riding. You look for someone that doesn't have a cut on, and you say, hey, how you doing? Have you ever ridden with a motorcycle club? Is this something you think about? Me and a few of my brothers are putting together something, and maybe you might want to come hang out with us and ride. You know, it's easy to start a motorcycle club with a whole bunch of meetings somewhere. But it's much more poignant if you start your MC off, or you start getting to know your brothers with a ride. I mean ride. Being out on the road together, riding 2x2, enjoying this atmosphere and smelling the road and the tires and feeling the wind in your face, along with someone who shares that insatiable love and that insatiable appetite. It is the most incredible thing that builds brotherhood between you. And one of the things I like to do in the United States is we'll ride out of the city maybe 100 miles to the first rest stop. And we'll pitch camp in that rest stop, and that's where we're going to stay all night. We might build a fire, we might bring our sleeping bags, we lay out in the open under the stars, and we enjoy the whole camaraderie of men on the road hanging out together, enjoying our brotherhood and getting to know one another. This can be done with women MCs as well, but it's a little bit more dangerous to be out there and like in a rest stop. So maybe you want some brothers from another club or something like that, or your husband's to trail in the car, or everybody needs to be loaded, whatever the case may be, for your protection. But my point here is, how do you form a motorcycle club without riding? How do you form a brotherhood without a brotherhood built on motorcycles, when all you do is spend your time in the pub together or the bar or at the motorcycle club? That's where you spend your time hanging out, and you spend no time on motorcycles riding. So forming this bond and this brotherhood by which you're going to now approach the motorcycle set and say, we're brothers, this is important. And you know, I haven't said anything yet about what your patch is going to look like, or what your colors are going to be, or what you're going to name yourself. None of these things are important before you've established your brotherhood and your friendship and your ties among one another. The Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club Nation started in 1972. a man by the name of Paul Perry, whom we know as the father of the Black Sabbath Nation, was given a Honda 305 Scrambler by one of his friends. And when he got that Honda 305 Scrambler, he had about 14 or 15 friends, and they all worked for San Diego Gas and Electric, and they had kind of tradesmen's kinds of jobs. And they all got together in an abandoned neighborhood in about 1972, and the neighborhood had been torn down except for the streets because they were making a way for the freeway, which became the 805 freeway in San Diego, California. Huge freeway, but before that it was a neighborhood, and all it had left was streets, no houses. And all of these 15 or 16 guys got on this Honda 305 Scrambler and learned how to ride. They spent time together as brothers. They never even, from 1972 to 1974, once even considered like being in a motorcycle club. They were enjoying themselves. They would get together every other Sunday after church, and they would ride. And over the course of 2 years, eventually they whittled down in number to 7. But all of these guys had their own motorcycles. So they would gather in each other's garages and tell tall tales, drink beer, have a great time, and they would switch off garages on the Sundays. And then in 1974, the wives revolted. They were all married guys, and their wives revolted, and they were mad because their husbands were out on these motorcycles and hanging out and having a good time together. And they said, hell no. No more. You can't gather in our garages anymore. It's over. So the men decided to become their wives' worst nightmare. And they went out and they got a motorcycle clubhouse at 4280 Market Street in San Diego, California. And in those days, you couldn't even be a motorcycle club unless you had a clubhouse. So by getting a clubhouse, now they were faced with, we got everything. We got our brothers, we got our members, we got the original 7 founding fathers. We don't have a name. We got a clubhouse, but we're going to have a name, and we're going to have colors. So you can see after they had everything together, everything set, everything established as a brotherhood, then they came up with this idea of, well, we need to be a motorcycle club, and we need to have our blessing, and we need to have a name, and we need to have these things. So they decided to call themselves the Black Sabbath, 7 black men who rode on Sundays, and they established their name as the Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club in 1974, February, where they have been a Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club for the last 43 years. So how do you make your legacy be strong, and how do you make your legacy be great and be good? You start with a brotherhood, and you build that brotherhood so strongly. You're not on the motorcycle set. You're not flexing around. You're not portraying to everybody what you're gonna be. You're to yourself creating a brotherhood and a family that will, at the proper time, now go out and establish yourselves. Now, one of the quickest ways to get shut down is to be running around all over town saying, we're starting a motorcycle club, we're starting a motorcycle. Listen, traditional motorcycle clubs, outlaw motorcycle clubs, there are so many motorcycle clubs out there, nobody wants to see you start one. So when they get wind of one starting up, they start to do everything they can to shut it down before it gets up and running. So keep your mouth shut. Get your brotherhood together. Establish the ability to ride together. Practice your riding. Ride as a crew. Ride in formation, whichever the laws of your city will allow you to ride. We ride 2 by 2. But ride in formation. Learn how to pull in together. Learn how to back in together. Learn how to ride looking like an MC. Because when MCs ride, they look good on the road. To me, MC means move the crowd. And we move the crowd looking good, baby. Get out there on them twos and enjoy one another. Camp out. Ride. Laugh. Have fun. You don't have to go to the motorcycle meetup. Meet up among yourselves and establish a brotherhood so strong. Get to know these guys. Call every day and check in with one another. Get a group me or a WhatsApp application up and say good morning every morning and good night every night. Pray for one another together if that's what you do. Praise one another. Oh, such and such got a new bike. Let's all get over there to see it. Run over to each other's houses and help build motorcycles and fix motorcycles and tear things down and put things together. Use your trailer to take your brother's motorcycle someplace. Come over and help a brother wash or paint his motorcycle. At one point, the Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club had all yellow motorcycles, and they were all painted by one man named Sugar Man. And they went and painted everybody's motorcycle and kept them all looking nice and together. They went to the races together. They hung out together. They were a team of friends long before they ever decided to be a team with the name MC. So develop amongst yourselves a strength and a tenacity and an iron will towards supporting one another. And now you have the basis and the building blocks upon which to put your foundation, upon which to build your mighty motorcycle club nation. It starts one member at a time. It starts one individual at a time. It starts one chapter at a time. And once you get that established, then you'll be ready for my next video, where we'll talk about how to get your bylaws together and things like that. We'll go a little bit deeper into this. So yesterday we wanted to discuss what a motorcycle club was versus a riding club versus these other things that we have in the United States. What differentiated, if you'll remember, a motorcycle club in the United States has, I didn't say this, I probably didn't say this yesterday, but you must have a minimum of 5 members. Everybody must have a motorcycle. A motorcycle club that's traditional prospects its members to get in. You can't buy membership into a motorcycle club. And a motorcycle club has bylaws. And finally, a motorcycle club is run by a majority vote. The vote wins. The motorcycle club is operated by the vote, not the dictatorship. If you have all those things, you have what we call a traditional MC. And a traditional MC is what we ride in and what has been going on since the 20s and before that we do, that makes us a brotherhood, that makes us strong, that makes us love one another and be strong for one another, tied around this insatiable appetite to ride motorcycles and taste this rubber and eat these bugs and feel this wind and fly on 2 wheels and be alive. I love my brothers because I ride with my brothers. I love my brothers because they come help me when I'm down. When I'm sad, they cry with me. When I'm happy, they laugh with me. When I bury a dead loved one, they bury that loved one and they grieve with me. And when I get a promotion, they're happy for me. When my business is successful, they're proud of me. And when I get a new motorcycle, they're jealous of me because I've got the baddest one and they don't. And when I kick their butts on that highway, they're mad at me. We fight, we argue, we scream at each other, but we don't lie to one another. We don't steal one another's women. We don't cheat on one another. We don't steal from the MC. Those things we don't do because we are brothers. We make mistakes. Sometimes we're punished. You violate the bylaws and you pay a fine or you suffer a suspension. I've been suspended many times. And you come back to the MC because this is a family, but it's a cool family. It's a family you get to pick. It's not that family that you're born with and you just got to put up with them. And if you get a good family, you're blessed. God knows you're blessed because so many of us, well, we have issues. Our families weren't perfect, so some of us are not as blessed as others. However, the MC is a family you can pick. And if you want to start an MC, start a family that somebody would pick and make it strong, President, future President. Make it strong and make it traditional. Make it have bylaws. Make it have a vote. Make everyone equal. Make there be no crappy, nasty, shitty, excuse my language, politics. Make it a wonderful place to be. And you will be glad that you did. Don't take shortcuts. Don't run your mouth. Don't let everybody know that's what you're trying to do. Be selective about who you ask to hang out with you. Hang out with people first. Don't just run a, hey man, we're starting a motorcycle club. Hey man, Why don't you come hang out and ride with us? You look like a cool dude. Let it be a while before you let people know what your intentions are on that with that respect. Fill them out. You might not need that person for your brother. Beware of people that come from other motorcycle clubs, because a lot of times they come with screwed up agendas, or they've been hurt so bad that they can't have a positive outlook on a motorcycle club for a long time, and you don't need them screwing up what you're trying to do. And have fun. Enjoy yourself. This is going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. But forming a brotherhood means you form something that what God brings together, no man can stop. All right, I'm Black Dragon, author of Prospects Bible, prospectsbible.com, how to prospect for a traditional motorcycle club. Also, Prospects Bible for Women, prospectsbibleforwomen.com, and the Motorcycle Club PRO's Bible, mcprosbible.com. Check out my books, and I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, please press the like button, subscribe, and forward it and share it with your friends. We do this because we love you. We do this because we love this lifestyle, and we do this because we want it to remain a great lifestyle for the next 43 years. Take care. And for those of you who are following me on Fat Boy Getting Skinny, get skinny.